And another thing is the ability to deepen your level of communication. And I'm going to show you 4 levels. And the first 2 levels we are very comfortable with. It's really the last 2 levels that we struggle with. The first level, content. Okay, probably 80–90% of your time you spend talking about the content. It's the deliverables, it's the issues, it's the tasks, it's the requirements, all of that stuff. Objectives, anything. Yeah, that's our job. We spend a lot of time doing that. We also spend, because we're project managers, a fair amount of time talking about procedures, structure. That's the planning. When is it going to be delivered? Who's going to do it, etc. Fine. You agree with me? We're comfortable so far, right? That's your job. Do any of you know what the next 2 levels are? Interactions and behavior, and guess what? Feelings and emotions. Because we are really steered by our feelings. We just think we're extremely rational. So what does it look like in a conversation when somebody can effectively navigate levels 3 and 4? Well, first of all, if you are really angry that this team member repeatedly says that he's going to deliver or she's going to deliver and doesn't do it, you may feel angry or frustrated. If you're able to say that in words, I feel frustrated about this, or I feel quite angry, then you put your emotion on the table in a very professional way. It's very acceptable to do that. It's very effective to do that. Then you don't have to show it in your frustrated voice. And also, you don't have to ignore it. No, you're just putting it on the table, and you can also ask them how they feel. Now, level 3, the interactions and behaviors, means that you are able to talk about the behavior. You cannot hold somebody to account without talking about the behavior. Oftentimes we want to fix it. We go back to level 1, the issue. Well, what can we do? What else can we do? Fine, but I want to talk about your behavior. The same goes for, let's say, your manager. Always hard to hold your manager to account. I was in a situation years ago when my manager kept canceling his one-on-ones with me. At the time, I didn't really have the courage to bring that up. Today, I would do it in a nice way, not in an aggressive way. I would just say, I noticed that you tend to cancel our one-on-ones like half an hour before. Can we talk about that? Because it's important to me, and it makes me feel that I'm not that important. So being able to, am I burning bridges by saying that? Do you think that's too much to say that? No, but would you agree we don't do it because it's that elephant in the room. We just don't really like it because we're not trained to go to levels 3 and 4. But I see the difference with the people I work with. When they're able to have these conversations, they're not overly aggressive, they're not avoiding either. No, they say it the way it is. Now, the 4 levels of communication are not only relevant when you're in some kind of sticky situation or something needs to be said, it's also very relevant to use it proactively. For instance, when you kick off a project, when you start with a new team, what would you do if you had a kickoff meeting, let's say? At level 1, okay, we spend a lot of time talking about what we're going to deliver, what the objectives are, what some of the issues are. Great, you need to do that. We also spend quite a lot of time level 2. When are we going to deliver? How are we going to do it? And, what are our roles? And yeah, fine, be comfortable with that. But how many of you go to levels 3 and 4 when you start a new project or work with a new team? What does it mean to go to level 3 with a team? It means that we're talking about what's important to you. How are we going to deliver this project together? What's the experience we want to have? What are our values? What are our ground rules? Behavior, I'm talking behavior. It's very hard to say, but I can tell you one thing. Everybody wants to have a good team experience. We all have that in common, but how do we get that team experience? So one specific suggestion I have for you, when you start a new project team, ask everybody to mention one horrible experience they've had in a team. We all have it. We've all been in a dysfunctional team. Okay. Then ask everybody to mention a really good team experience they had. And then discuss how can we create that team experience here on this project. It's got something to do with being able to articulate when we're frustrated. It's got something to do with being able to say to each other, you know, you're late all the time, or you're not delivering. Why is it always falling back on us? We need to be able to articulate that. That's level 3. Sorry, that was a previous slide. What does level 4 mean? It means that I'm asking you in my kickoff meeting, how are you all feeling about the project? Oh, I sense that you're not all enthusiastic. What's that about? So you're able to pick up on the emotions, your emotions and their emotions. It's very effective. And what you see here is a team charter or a team canvas. You probably can't see it because it's so small print. You can download it for free from my website, SusanneMadsen.com. It asks all of these questions, and you can sit together with your team. This is all level 3. You can sit together with your team to talk about, you know, what are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? How are we going to celebrate successes? What is our team purpose? That's right in the middle. What are our values? And I see many project managers who are not comfortable operating in this space, but those who are making such a difference. I mean, the team becomes, it's a different team because we can speak about that which normally otherwise we just push under the rug. I complain to the person next to me because I'm frustrated about that team member, but I'm not telling them straight to their face. With the team charter, you have made the agreements with each other, and you can keep reviewing that as the project progresses.